Hey, party people, repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Now, this is cracking the code to the spiritual realm. Now, I put this filter on. I don't never wear filter, but I ain't comb my hair. When I put this filter on, it looked like I was looking nice, so I just left it on. Anyway, I want to talk about the spiritual world. Have you ever had one of those days where it just felt like everything was falling apart? Well, we live in a physical world that is controlled by the spiritual world. So a lot of times when we don't see what's going on, it doesn't mean that something's not going on behind the scenes. Like let me give you an example. One time I was on my way to work and I got a flat tire on a little small highway that was like two lanes. It was no real place for me to pull over on a shoulder to change the tire. It was a little place, but not, wasn't comfortable being over there. And when I was pulled over there, this guy pulled over to help me. So, I mean, he was like a blessing because one, while I was doing this, I realized that I didn't have a spare tire. Like literally did not have a spare tire. And I knew I was supposed to have a spare tire. Like when the last time I had a flat tire, I was supposed to get the tire replaced and I didn't do it then, and then I just kind of forgot. So I was just kind of on the side of the road, not knowing what to do. And this man pulls up and he asked me, "Can he help me?" And I explained to him what was happening. He said, "Well, let me take you down to go get a tire." So I said, "Great, that'll be wonderful." So he put the tire that busted in the car. We rode down. He took me off the highway, drove me out. Now I never get in a car with strangers. Like I don't care what. This is like the first time and only time in my entire life that I got in a car with a stranger. That I got in a car with this strange man, and he drove me down to get my tire fixed, and went and got it fixed. Came back, and he put the while he was put, while we was driving back, we was talking, and he was saying that he really needed like $40. So I guess that's why he was helping me, but I didn't have any cash on me. So I was like, I said, I got $40, but I don't know. I don't have any cash on me. I gotta figure out. And this was before Cash App and Zelle and all that stuff where you can just send money. We didn't have that back then. So so we go back to where my car is, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you anyway. I didn't do this for the $40, but it just would be good if I had it because I'm actually desperate to afford $40. Blah blah blah." So he's fixing my tire in my car, and I'm just standing there kind of watching. And while I'm watching, I'm like on the side of the highway. It's a railing, and then there's like trees and stuff, and woods and stuff. But you know how it is on the highway, so it's woods and stuff back there. So I climb while I'm standing there watching. I see this thing that looked like a wallet. So I climb over the railing and I go pick up. It's a male's wallet. I open it up. There's no, like, actually, it's funny because before that, I was like, oh, Lord, I wish I had $40 in cash so I can get this man. I was in my car. Look, I had change in there. I maybe had like $3 worth of change and might have three or four singles, but that wasn't enough money. He was saying $40. So I was like, Lord, I just need $40. So while I'm standing there, I see something that looked like a wallet. So I climb over the railing and he's still fixing my car. So I go over and I pick up the wallet. I open it up and it's $40. It's no name, it's no identification, it's nothing in the wallet, no credit cards, no, it's just a brown wallet on the inside and $40 inside it. So I was like, hey, I got $40. I got $40. He was like, what? I said, this is from God because all I did was go over there. I seen something that looked like a wallet. I climbed over the thing and lo and behold, it's $40 in it. But that's how the spiritual world works. If my car breaks down for whatever reason so that this man could get his $40. Because if my car didn't break down, we both would have just drove. It's a highway. We wouldn't have just stopped on the highway for no other reason. But I stopped at that particular place, went and got he stopped by to help me. We left the car, rode to the nearby closest city, was there for at least 20, 30 minutes getting the tire changed, drove back to the car while he was fixing the car. So if I was fixing the car, I probably wouldn't have seen it. And if he was fixing the car, if I was fixing the car, I wouldn't have seen it if he was gone. If he was fixing the car, only way I would have seen it was him fixing the car. So I standing there waiting and I seen it. So I Go pick it up, and it's $40, exactly what he said he need. And he was so grateful that he had stopped to help and that he got that $40. But see, that's how Yahweh works. It's the spiritual world, and then it's the physical world, and it happens in the spiritual world first. And the way we communicate with that spiritual world is through prayer. So we got to ask, we got to speak, you got to always be in communication with Yahweh. You have to, because that's how you activate the spiritual world and bring the spiritual world into the physical world. So there is a spiritual world, we're in a physical world, and everything happens in that spiritual world before it happens in the physical world. Everything. So when you're walking around with depression and anxiety and stuff like that, that's because you getting the bad demon out of the spiritual world to come into you. You got to learn how to pray, and then sometimes you got to learn how to pray and fast. And sometimes you have to learn how to pray, fast, and denounce those demons that you already allowed into your body or into your system in order for you to, because everything happens first. You got to understand that. Because you understand everything happens in the spiritual world first, before it comes in the physical world, you got to learn how to communicate with the spiritual world. And it's a constant communication. You got to be in communication with the spiritual world all times. You got to always be, what you got to do is don't sin, so that this demonic part of the physical world don't have access to you. And we got to just pray and learn how to pray so that the Most High can hear you. So I hope this story helps somebody out today. Have a blessed and awesome day. Bye-bye.